What's up, my peoples? Salutations, Yasharal, Israel. Want to give praise, honor, and esteem to His Majesty, the mighty Yahuwah, the true and living God, the only God of this earth. All right, and He is sovereign and He reigns alone. All right. Now, see the title. It's the last video in this 7-video series. Uh, my 7 days of eclipse. Of course, the eclipse has already happened. All kind of different things was supposed to happen today. All kind of different theories, all kind of different scientific research studies, and all kind of different stuff was supposed to happen today. All I know is I hope the nation saw their sign. All right. They did a lot of spraying where I'm at. They did a lot of chemtrailing and what they call them contrails and just all kind of other stuff. Where they be spraying all them different metals and all that different stuff in the air. And a lot of people think them is clouds. Man, these people is crazy, man. Man-made clouds are not clouds. They man-made clouds. You know what I'm saying? But they not real clouds. So, I mean, but like I said, today was the eclipse. I'm kind of glad that we got this stuff behind us. You know what I'm saying? Because now we get to see, you know, what the Father, what his next steps are to the freedom and salvation and deliverance of his people. All right. Like I said, this video is entitled Earthquake. I was gonna take the Exodus angle on that E, but the earthquake angle was just too. There's not enough people talking about how earthquakes are going to be a part of, you know, these end times, and I'm a firm believer that it's not just going to be war that happens as one of the catastrophic events that happens to, you know, be one of the ways that the Most High is going to set us free. I think it's going to be a natural element to that too. And what better way to literally shake up the nations than by earthquakes? You know what I'm saying? So it's not going to be a long video. I only got a few verses of scripture I want to read y'all. Weave it and tie it all together, and then take it home. All right. So first, let's go get the definition of earthquake. Alright. Got the definition of earthquake going on here. Y'all know I like to rock with that Collins Dictionary. Alright, the Collins Online Dictionary, collinsdictionary.com. Earthquake. Alright. Countable noun. An earthquake is a shaking of the ground caused by movement of the earth's crust. Alright. Let's go down and get it in American English. Noun, a shaking or trembling of the crust of the earth caused by underground volcanic forces or by breaking and shifting of rock beneath the surface. Here's another definition. Noun, a series of vibrations induced in the earth's crust by the abrupt rupture and rebound of rocks in which elastic strain has been slowly accumulating. Definition 2 on this one. Something that is severely disruptive, upheaval. And that's what I want to focus on right there. An earthquake is something that is severely disruptive and it's an upheaval. And that's exactly what the Most High is going to do to finalize, all right, our deliverance. You know what I'm saying? Not only is he going to draw these nations, these Gentiles, down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, and he gonna plead with them there for us. All right. We don't know what that looked like, but we just know if it said in the word, his word ain't gonna return void. It's gonna happen. All right. Also, there's gonna be upheaval. There's gonna be upheaval of nations. There's gonna be upheaval of governments. There's gonna be upheaval of actual land. All right. And the Most High is going to free his people. He said it too many times not to do it. in the word. All right. Uh, like I said, I hope the nation saw their sign today because X marks the spot. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Now let's go into the script. All right, the first script I want to go to is going to be Isaiah 13. We're going to go to Isaiah. Let's see if I can get there. Isaiah 13. And we're going to start at verse 9. It says, Lo, the day of Yahuwah is coming, with pitiless fury and wrath, to make the earth a desolation, to wipe out the sinners upon it. The stars and constellations of heaven shall not give off their light. The sun shall be dark when it rises, and the moon shall diffuse no glow. And I will requite the world its evil, and to the wicked their iniquity. I will put to an end the pride of the arrogant, and the humble the haughtiness of tyrants. I will make people scarcer than fine gold, and mortals more scarce than gold of Ophir. Therefore shall heaven be shaken, and earth leap out of its place, at the fury of Yahuwah of hosts, on the day of the mighty one's burning wrath. When he comes back, he's going to cause earthquakes when he's come because of his anger. All right. Now let's keep it moving in Isaiah. All right. Let's go to Isaiah 24. Let's see here. Isaiah 24, and we're going to start at verse 19. It says, the earth is breaking. The earth is crumbling. The earth is tottering. The earth is swaying like a drunkard. It is rocking to and fro like a hut. Its iniquity shall weigh it down, and it shall fall to rise no more. In that day, Yahuwah will punish the host of heaven in heaven, and the kings of the earth on earth. All right, they shall be gathered in a dungeon as captives are gathered, and shall be locked up in a prison. But after many days, they shall be remembered. All right. Every time I see something where it says, the earth is trembling or shaking or something like that, we know that that's an earthquake. All right, we're just going to use our common sense here. Okay, now let's go over to Zechariah 14. All right, let's go over to Zechariah 14, and we're gonna start at verse 1. It says, Lo, a day of Yahuwah is coming when your spoil shall be divided in your very midst. For I will gather all the nations to Jerusalem for war. The city shall be captured, the houses plundered, and the women violated. And a part of the city shall go into exile, but the rest of the population shall not be uprooted from the city. Then Yahuwah will come forth and make war on those nations as a fighter makes war on a day of battle. On that day, the mighty one's feet will stand on the Mount of Olives near Jerusalem on the east, and the Mount of Olives shall split across from east to west, and one part on the mount shall shift to the north, and the other to the south, a huge gorge. All right. So the Most High is going to set his feet, all right, on the Mount of Olives, and a huge gorge is going to be split there. All right, an earthquake is going to cause that. All right, now let's go to the last verse of scripture that I want to deal with. All right, and then I'm going to weave and tie the entire idea of the 7 days of eclipse together for you guys. All right, let's go to Psalms 46. All right, Psalms 46. All right, we're going to read this whole chapter. It says, for the leader of the Korahites on Alomoth, a song. The mighty one is our refuge and stronghold, a help in trouble near, very near. Therefore we are not afraid, though the earth reels, though mountains topple into the sea. Its waters rage and foam. In its swell, mountains quake. There's a lot of S's right there. There is a river whose streams gladden the mighty one's city, the holy dwelling place of the Most High. The Almighty is in its midst, and it will not be toppled. By daybreak, the mighty one will come to its aid. Nations rage, kingdoms topple. At the sound of his thunder, the earth dissolves. Yahuwah of hosts is with us. The mighty one of Jacob is our haven. Selah. Come and see what Yahuwah has done, how he has wrought desolation on the earth. He puts a stop to wars throughout the earth, breaking the bow, snapping the spear, consigning wagons to the flames. Desist. Realize that I am the mighty one. I dominate the nations. I dominate the earth. Yahuwah of hosts is with us. The mighty one of Jacob is our haven. Selah. Anywhere the Most High goes, especially in his anger, earthquakes are going to follow him. The earth is going to tremble. All right? It's going to shake, rattle, and roll. All right? And we ain't talking about no dang Elvis. All right? Now, let me give you guys the idea I had. All right? With the 7 days of eclipse. All right? All right, so the E was eclipse. All right? The C was chosen. The L was lethargy. The I was inertia. The P was propaganda. The S was salvation. And then that last E was earthquakes. Now, like I said earlier, I thought about running with the Exodus angle. All right? But I just wanted to tell the story of how powerful the Most High is when he is upset and angry, how the earth around him responds to that, and it's going to be one of the methods of how he delivers us. All right? The story of the first Exodus is told so we can kind of understand how the second Exodus is going to go. All right? But the story of how he makes the earth quake and how he causes the nations upheaval, that needed to be told. All right? Now, here's the note I wrote on tying the 7 days of eclipse, all weaving it all into one entity of its own. All right? All 7 of these things must happen before the kingdom of Yasharal, the kingdom of Israel, is restored. An eclipse where the sun and moon are darkened. All right? That has happened. All right? The true chosen will be acknowledged. That's going to happen at some point in the near future. The lethargy of the true chosen remnant will be lifted. That's happening right now. The inertia of the true chosen remnant will be resolved. We're resolving that right now. All right? The false propagandas that have manipulated the true chosen remnant will be silenced. Remember the scripture that said the Most High will destroy all the idols of the land. All right? That ties into that. All right? The salvation of the true chosen remnant will be enacted. All right? Well, hold on. Yeah, that's right. That's right. The salvation of the true chosen remnant will be enacted. The Most High will save us after all these other things have happened. All right? He says, he just said what I just read was the Most High will deliver Jacob out of all his troubles. All right? So we have nothing to fear. We just got to endure. All right? If you go read in Daniel, it was prophesied that that last beast would be given power to overpower the saints, but then we would be delivered. And we are in the hand of an enemy that is too strong for us. They have this enemy, these Gentiles are so wicked and so evil. They use our own intelligence against us. All the inventions we've created and stuff, they use that stuff against us. All right? The food, the water, the air, all of it is poison, and we have no power over that. We don't create weapons. We don't create our own armies and stuff. We don't have the power to do any of that stuff. It has to be the Most High that saves us. Has to be Him. All right. It says, let me start back here. And the prophesied earthquakes that will resist the earth, or that the prophesied earthquakes that will reset the earth in the last days will be fulfilled. It's coming. All right. Be prepared for catastrophic events. Be prepared for the pressure to be added onto us. All right. The Almighty is going to pressure. He's going to put pressure on his diamonds. All right. You gonna be you gonna remain a coal, or you gonna become a diamond. All right. I did a song a few years ago. This is back when I still believed in that New Testament Messiah. But I'm going to redo the lyrics, and I'm going to re-release the song. But the lyrics go, jewels are made from pressure. We were built to be strong. All right. So each jewel, rubies, sapphires, emeralds, onyx, diamonds, they're all put under heavy pressure and created from certain ores, and they turn into whatever jewel they become by the pressure of the earth. We, as the remnant of Israel, are being put under pressure. We've been thrown into the fire to be purified. Gotta endure. All right, we gotta be obedient. We gotta be loyal. We gotta stay humble. We gotta be wise and just endure. We gotta be tough and endure. All right. It says, after all these things are completed, Israel will take our rightful place as the true lights of this world. And Yahuwah will be our God, and David will be our king, and we will be Yahuwah's people. All right. Last verse of scripture we're going to read is Isaiah 14, 1 and 2, because I just want to remind us of what's going to happen. Very familiar scripture for those of us who are hoping and relying on the word to help us get through this so we can go home eventually. Isaiah 14, verses 1 and 2. It says, I'm going to read verses 1 and 3. I'm going to read verses 1, 2, and 3. It says, but Yahuwah will pardon Jacob and will again choose Israel and will settle them on their own soil. And strangers shall join them and shall cleave to the house of Jacob. For people shall take them and bring them to their homeland, and the house of Israel shall possess them as slaves and handmaids on Yahuwah's soil. They shall be captors of their captors and masters to their taskmasters. And when Yahuwah has given you rest from your sorrow and trouble and from the hard service that you were made to serve, verse 4, you shall recite this song of scorn over the king of Babylon. How is the taskmaster vanished? How is oppression ended? All right. I'm looking forward to that day. I'm looking forward to being released out of this evil system, this system that overtaxes us, this system that wants more from us than it gives to us. All right. This system whose expectations are unrealistic. They want us to work all the way until death. All right. So I'm looking forward to that sense of freedom and that sense of rest and relaxation when the Father puts us in the land. Not that we're going to go over there and leech off of Him and not do anything. No, we're going to go over there and we'll be tilling our own soil still and those type of things. But we will have servants to do the nitty gritty work. And here's the thing too. We're not gonna treat them like they treated us. Of course, we're gonna rule with an iron fist and with an iron rod. But we're not going to do some of the ill stuff that they did. You know what I'm saying? We definitely won't be raping men as punishment and stuff like that. We won't be doing that type of stuff. we gonna run the earth in the right way. We're not gonna manipulate the rules, because the Father said, "Don't change, don't add to, and don't take away from the word." Everybody gonna be living, living out that word, living out the instructions, the Torah. All right. We're not gonna be poisoning the water. We're not gonna be adding stuff to the food, taking the nutrients out the bread, injecting the animal. We're not gonna be doing none of that stuff. We're gonna rule with wisdom, and we're gonna rule with compassion, but we also gonna rule with a firm hand. All right. So I hope this series helped some of you guys. I hope you got something out of it. Um, Check me out on Sundays on my lives. Uh, my lives on this channel, I'm gonna change them up a little bit, and I'm gonna start doing more what I started doing on this channel over on my other channel, Israelite Global. If you guys wouldn't mind showing me some support and going over to Israelite Global and following me over there, I'm gonna try to start dropping videos, multiple videos weekly over on that channel. And that channel is just gonna be discussing uh, Hebrew issues, Hebrew sports, um, Hebrew concerns. Uh, Over there, I'll have an entertainment section and all that kind of stuff as well. So, uh, just trying to expand the footprint and put more information out there for you guys, because the earth ain't going nowhere. I was talking to one of my ox earlier today. The earth ain't going nowhere. Remember, the scriptures say the meek shall inherit the earth. When all the wicked people are wiped out of here, some of us still gonna be here. All right. And a lot of us righteous ones are going to be teaching everybody how to be righteous. All right. And so some of the same things that we have invented over the years are still going to be here too. All right. We're just going to run things a lot more efficient, a lot more clean, and a lot more obedient than these heathens have done. All right. So you guys keep these things in mind. Continue to pray to the Father to open your mind to the truth. Continue to thank Him for letting your eyes see each day that you're given. All right. Pray for family members that may not have received this truth. All right, that they may. You know what I'm saying? We know it's only going to be a small remnant. So you guys continue to just do your best, and I'll see you in the next video. Much love. Shalom and shalom.